And most of you guys know, but if you can just keep yourselves on mute for now so we can eliminate as much background noise as possible. And then we're going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, I think everyone's in. All right, perfect. Hello, good morning, everyone, or good morning for everyone on the West Coast. Good afternoon for everyone on the East Coast. Super excited to have you here today. We are going, one second. There we go. We are going to be having our M.A.D class, peeling head to toe, going over a couple different treatments. So we're super excited. We're California Skincare Supply. We are the distributors of M.A.D Skincare. That stands for Maximum Active Dermaceuticals. My name is Julia. This is my mom, Kelly. Super excited to have you here today.
Just to give you a little bit, we did set up a coupon code for all of our class attendees. So just use the word M.A.D, all in capitals, at checkout as your coupon code. I think someone's trying to get in during checkout to save an additional 10%. I also wanted to let you guys know that we have 2 rewards programs online. We have the M.A.D Skincare Rewards, and in just a quick nutshell, basically when you buy 6 retail products, you earn a professional product for free. We're super excited to be able to offer that rewards program. And if you want to read more about it, it lives under M.A.D Rewards Skincare on our website under brands. So if you click brands, you'll see M.A.D Skincare and M.A.D Skincare Rewards. You can read about it in both sections. It's a little bit more in depth on the rewards page. We also have a relatively new rewards program. It's a loyalty program. The website keeps track of every dollar you spend, and you can also earn rewards by writing reviews and uploading videos, asking questions. There's a bunch of ways you can earn rewards. It lives on every page of the website. It's a cute little red present, and when you click on it, it will tell you how many rewards points you have, and if you have any coupons available, and actually how to earn them. So watch for that as well, because you can earn double rewards with M.A.D Skincare on our website, which is just californiaskincaresupply.com.
And also, I just wanted to go over, so the first portion of this class is going to be more lecture style, going over the PowerPoint, ingredients, that sort of thing. And then the second half is going to be the demo portion where we all get to experience that class kit that we sent out. During that time, if you just want to turn on your cameras, if you're able, I like that to be a little bit more interactive.
Fun to see everyone.
Fun to see everyone. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have questions. During the lecture portion, if you could just put your questions in the chat, and then we can make sure Chris gets to them, or we can get to them and answer whatever questions you have. Yeah, without further ado, we have Christopher Keever here with us today. He is the National M.A.D Educator. He is amazing, and he is going to go over everything you need to know. So take it away, Chris.
Thanks, ladies. Thanks so much. Guys, 1 minute. I'm going to close this door. Okay.
And no worries, Victoria said not be able to turn on your camera. Don't worry about
it.
Yeah, thanks everyone so much for your time today. We're really excited about this class specifically because we really took this one out of the box and got really creative. We have, for starters, a really heavy-hitting, ingenuitive, creative protocol that is featuring some of our new products. So we're going to be doing that together at the end of the class, all together in person, product on ourselves. That's going to be a lot of fun. You'll get to see the results for yourself. And then don't forget, M.A.D head to toe, we have our Enzymaxx and Pedi Pro 20 foot treatment, or I should say foot and leg treatment, because we're going to show you guys all how to use those 2 brand new products that are designed for manis and pedis, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. In the beginning, like Julia and Kelly said, we're going to do a little bit of theory, For those of you that have joined us before, you'll see some of the information is a little bit redundant, but I'm sure you don't mind a refresher. For those of you that are new to M.A.D, please feel free to, like Kelly was saying, type as many questions as you have in the text box so that as I'm going through, they can stop me and we can get to all your questions because they're really important and we want to keep it moving and get them all answered for you. And I think that's it. So again, if you've been with us before, thanks for revisiting some of this information, but we did, keep it pretty specific to just what we're using today with a little bit of overlap. So if it's okay with you guys, I'll go ahead and get started. And don't forget, in that text box, ask away. This is your time. So we really want to make sure that you get everything you possibly can out of it. And we're a team here, so there's no such thing as a silly question, only the one that you don't ask. All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our PowerPoint and start it from the beginning. Can everyone see this okay?
We can't see the PowerPoint.
All right, let me try again. Go back to Zoom, share screen. How's that?
There we go.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to just try to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, I think that's good now. All right.
Really quick, Chris, can you put it on slideshow so it's a little bigger? Right now we can like
See the side slides.
Yeah, let me see. Sorry, ladies, I have it on slideshow on my end, but I'm not sure why it's not showing on your end. Let's do it over.
We can also email the PowerPoint.
We already did.
Oh yeah, everyone has the
Everybody has the
PowerPoint
PowerPoint
already too, so that's nice.
Is that better, ladies? Does that expand it?
No, now it's
I can't
completely
see
gone.
it.
Okay. All right.
Zoom can be so fun sometimes.
Yeah. Go back to Zoom. How's that?
That's fine. We'll just,
It's the same, but everybody hopefully printed out their PowerPoint so they can follow along.
also, if you guys put it on full screen mode, it's going to be much bigger. So I recommend to do that so you can see it a little better. All right. Well, yeah, go ahead and get started, Chris. Oh, it disappeared again. Did it disappear for everyone else?
One second, ladies. Let me. Did that fix it?
Yes.
Yes, that's perfect.
Bigger now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Got it. Perfect. Thanks, guys. I just want to make sure that they were as big as possible so you can see all the information as we're going through.
Perfect.
Okay. So as Kelly was saying, Julia was saying, M.A.D, friendly reminder, stands for Maximum Active Dermaceuticals. For those of you that are new to our brand today, the concept behind Maximum Actives is we're trying to get as many active ingredients delivered to the skin as possible at every opportunity. A lot of times when you're using a product line, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, your skin is actually, in fact, very good at figuring out how to metabolize ingredients. And so you'll get fabulous results. And then again, 6, 9, 12 months, maybe even 18, they start to plateau off and you say to yourself, why do I feel like my product isn't working as well or as effectively as it did in the beginning? There's nothing wrong with the product or you. That's the reason why. Your skin has actually figured out how to metabolize those ingredients. So When we're flooding the skin with maximum actives, we're always keeping the skin on its toes and keeping the results going upward in an upward trajectory. So MAD stands for maximum active dermaceuticals. Beautiful skin by design is our tagline. Again, we have our 5 skin concern categories, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. Everything is color coded. So with over 100 SKUs, this color coding system keeps everything incredibly easy to use in the treatment room and at the point of retail sale for you and your customer in your business. We will be pulling from different skin concerns today within the treatment we're going to do. Okay. Blending the best science and nature offers to deliver the most advanced, potent skincare products on the market today. MAD's proprietary formulas are manufactured in our New Jersey facility and made in the USA. We have a full range of products for every skin concern and type. Each skin concern has its own story, and we're formulated by our own research and development team using the best, most active ingredients. We have 3 key selling points that are really important. Number 1, MAD Skincare has high performance, innovative formulations. 2, skin concern and type specific ranges. And then last but not least, attractive pricing with clear, simple packaging. Again, our packaging is not masculine, it's not feminine, it's very androgynous, clean, crisp, black and white, clean lines, little pop of color, very modern, almost a little bit edgy, so it looks beautiful on any retail shelf and within almost any spa design. We're going to cover our core 4 philosophy just to refresh you guys. For those of you that are new, we're not going to be pulling from steps 2 and 3 today because this is a more advanced treatment. So we're actually not using the environmental per se as our launch pad, but because the environmental is such an important part of the line in general, it still deserves being covered in our core 4 philosophy. Step 1, exfoliation. Step 2, cellular respiration. 3, cellular detoxification. 4, collagen and elastin synthesis. Steps 1 and 4 are common regardless. Doesn't matter what skincare brand you're working with. Everyone in the industry can agree that we're always looking for ways to effectively exfoliate on an ongoing basis and prompt collagen and elastin production on an ongoing basis. Those 2 are very, very important. It's the steps 2 and 3 that we feel set MAD apart and really is the crux of the environmental line. We're doing 2 things specifically, trying to upkick cellular respiration and also upkick cellular detoxification. This will help to take your skin and bring it to its highest state of health, the most optimal health it can reach. Then that's our foundation. We can then build off of that foundation. And that's why the environmental line is a very important part of MAD. We have the MAD wheel here. As you can see, the environmental is the hub of the wheel. Everything branches off of that. Again, today, we're actually not going to be using any environmental products. But with most MAD treatments, you would have 1 at least. I like to think 2 or 3 in almost every single treatment. That's how heavily we rely on the environmental. Great for the treatment room and for retail as well. So that's the hub of our wheel. We're going to stimulate cellular health. Again, that's the foundation. With a solid foundation, we can build whatever we'd like. Branching off from the hub of the wheel is brightening, acne, delicate, anti-aging. Today, we're going to actually be crossing a few of these together, certainly anti-aging and brightening. those are the main two that we're going to be, utilizing in today's treatment. Although you're going to probably think of a few ways that acne could be figured into this as well. This is a great treatment for lightening and brightening. So anyone with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from, ongoing active acne that's now concerned with pigmentation, obviously, but also anti-aging, that's an example of someone that would love a treatment like what we're going to do today. Okay. The next 5 slides, we're going to dive deeper into specific ingredient technology. Julia and Kelly, are we good with questions so far?
Yeah, one gal, she said, we're not going to be using the toner today. That's a part of the environmental line. Yes, we are. So there's going to be one environmental product that we're using, and that will be the everyday renewing toner. And that's kind of a step that's used in every treatment. So yeah, we'll be using one environmental product, the toner.
You're absolutely right. Sorry about that. That's environmental, absolutely.
No worries.
It's like in every treatment. And it's great for that. It's a workhorse. So yes, she's absolutely correct. Correction, we'll be using one environmental product and a very important one. Okay. In fact, most of the time I like to use that 2, 3, 4 times within any treatment. It's just a great product to have on hand at all times and great for retail. It's an easy sell. We're going to start with environmental. A perfect protocol for mid-20s to 40s. Our environmental line is designed to protect and extend youthful looking skin. Your skin is under constant environmental stress, pollution, and external factors that manifest into weakened, tired, aging skin. The environmental skincare line uses active ingredients designed to protect skin cells from environmental assault, maximize cellular life, and deliver potent antioxidants for superior, healthy looking skin. When we go through these ingredients, you guys are going to see that not only are we doing the steps 2 and 3 with 2 very specific peptide technologies, but there's other things like reinforcing your skin zone UVA, UVB protection mechanism. We have a peptide for biopollutants that are in the air that are landing on your skin. We're flooding the skin with antioxidants. I mean, there's just so many angles that we're covering when we choose to use an environmental product that you can feel really great that you truly do have a solid foundation throughout your day. So let's get started. Cell detox. This is a peptide, reinforces the cell detoxification process and reduces the visible signs of age and restores natural radiance. Helioguard 365. This is a UVA absorbing properties from the red algae derived amino acids that help to reduce the visible signs of aging from environmental factors. This is the shield back peptide, very interesting ingredient. Obviously another peptide. This has a natural ability to fight bacteria. It serves as a powerful protector against everyday biopollutants. Oxygen. This is promoting skin oxygenation. Again, that's another peptide technology, completely separate from the other 2. A smooth skin surface and improved complexion radiance. Produ 400. This ingredient helps to protect the skin from dryness and aids in moisturizing the skin and promoting elasticity. Syncool, an innovative wrinkle smoothing complex. Philodendron extract. This extract helps to moisturize and restore skin's natural balance. Next is one of my favorites, Trinity Complex. We use this a lot throughout the line, a lot certainly within the environmental category. This is a blend of white, red, and green tea, which bathes the skin in rich antioxidants. Apple extract. This natural derivative helps to gently clarify and rebalance stressed, dry, dehydrated skin. Grapefruit stem cell extract, high in antioxidants, helps to repair the signs of aging, resulting in skin that has a more youthful appearance. Unirepair T43, potent bioactive complex of amino acids, and amino acids are the building blocks of your cells. So we've got an ingredient here that's delivering a large combination of different amino acids on the cellular level. Titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. These are both occlusive particles that act as mineral filters to help protect against sunburn and harmful UVA, UVB rays. Lavendox helps in reducing the appearance of wrinkles, and bisabolol protects and heals the skin from the effects of daily stress. It is a naturally occurring active ingredient that accelerates the healing process of the skin. Bisabolol is also known to have anti-irritant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. Once you make your way through this list, you truly get a solid, rounded understanding of how many, again, angles are covered through using the environmental line. It's a great first step for anyone, regardless of gender, skin type, skin concern, Fitzpatrick type, ethnic background, it doesn't matter. Lifestyle, age, doesn't matter. This is going to benefit everybody regardless. And by the way, if you're over the age of 40, it's okay. You're still going to get significant benefit, although it's marketed towards primarily 20 to 40. We're going to break into the brightening next and go over those ingredients. These are the featured ingredients. Of course, not all, because we'd be here all day. There's so many, but we, selected featured ingredients to have on each one of these slides to educate with. Uneven skin tone, patchy spots, and dull skin are all skin concerns we have over time. The M.A.D Skincare Brightening line uses the strongest holistic ingredients to restore radiant, even skin tone and a healthy glow. So we're going to start with multiple forms of vitamin C, both oil soluble and water soluble. We have BVOSC, Stay C50, and then MAP, or magnesium ascorbate phosphate. These are all forms of vitamin C that help brighten skin, diminish the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and have antioxidant properties to fight UV damage. Why one? Why not one? Why three instead of one? Different molecular weights. Different molecular weights help your ingredients to get to different layers and levels of the skin, both for delivering the nutrient content and also helping to lighten and brighten throughout those different layers, not just the superficial layer. So that's the importance of using multiple forms of bioavailable vitamin C. Next, we have a powerful peptide called B-White. This is a whitening peptide that serves as a key ingredient to a safe, progressive, and efficient lightening effect. I love the concept of progressive because it's true. The more you keep using this on an ongoing basis, it's a buildable result. So it gets better and better over time. Licorice extract, a natural remedy for red, irritated, and sensitive skin that contains powerful antioxidants. Nano LPD's lightening. This ingredient works to stimulate collagen synthesis and protect the skin against phototoxicity, allowing your skin to appear brighter. Emblica, mulberry, and bearberry extracts. These are 3 botanicals that have skin brightening properties and help minimize the appearance of skin discoloration. We can help reduce the appearance of dark, patchy, and damaged skin, offering our clients a healthy glow. Lumi Skin. This is a powerful new antioxidant that has been found to make skin more radiant, lighten complexions effectively, and make skin color more even. And then you'll notice the Trinity Complex is listed again because just like we use this for the antioxidant support in the environmental line, this also happens to be fabulous for lightening and brightening. So again, we've got our blend of white, red, and green tea in the brightening line as well. So far so good on ingredients, everyone?
We just got a question. Any idea how long before someone might see a difference in pigmentation lightening?
Can you say the last part of that one more time? How long before someone sees a difference? What was the rest of that?
How long would someone like see results and a difference in like hyperpigmentation and lightening that hyperpigmentation? And obviously that would depend on what brightening product that they would be using.
Right, exactly. So just to make it easy, I feel comfortable saying that even if it's one of our brightening products, I feel like you can see a significant change in certainly under 6 weeks. A measurable change for sure in under 6 weeks, but I find a lot of times 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, people are definitely noticing that things are moving in the right direction. So with that being said, I mean, that's an exciting thing to know that 2 weeks, I'm going to give this product to my consumer or my client, and as long as I know they're going to follow the daytime routine or the nighttime routine or both, whatever I've set up for them, in about 2 weeks, they're going to go, wow, I'm seeing a noticeable change in my skin. So now I'm going to really keep, going for that 6 week timeline. So that's the way I think about it. I love the fact that 2 weeks is kind of that little wow, but certainly 6 weeks, there's no denying there's measurable change. And that goes for all the lightening products. The C4 is a great one. Fade Gel 6, wow, talk about fast results. We're going to talk about that later, guys. That's our newest product. We'll be using it today. We worked really hard on Fade Gel 6. Fade Gel 6 replaces Fade Gel 5. So it's a new and improved version of what the Fade Gel 5 was, but it's doing incredibly well and we're getting great feedback. So we're going to go more in depth about that. But even things like the Brightening Cleanser, the Brightening Mask, which is a very popular item for pro and retail, or if someone's using 2 or 3 or 4, maybe throughout the course of their day, you're only adding on additional opportunities to jumpstart and build on those results. So next we're going to talk about the acne products. The M.A.D's acne protocol uses proven ingredients in combination with botanicals to minimize acne and control oily skin. Salicylic acid at 2%. Salicylic is a beta hydroxy acid delivered from the willow bark tree, which helps to decongest skin and reduce blemishes and blackheads. We also use a benzoyl peroxide or BP at a 5% and a 10%. We have a tried and true antibacterial, anti-acneic ingredient that helps to unclog pores, control oil, and hinder further breakouts. Alpsebum, an innovative ingredient with proven efficacy against oily skin, anti-inflammatory properties, also helps to reduce the size and appearance of pores and is non-comedogenic. Very important. Tea tree oil, a naturally occurring essential oil which helps to fight and control bacteria. Willow bark extract, nature's own acne fighter, which helps fight inflammation and helps to decongest clogged pores and clear up blemishes. And finally, sulfur. This is great for drying excess oil and exfoliating. Next, we're going to cover anti-aging. This is a little bit larger deck of ingredients, as you guys can see. Maturing skin needs multiple active ingredients to rejuvenate, hydrate, moisturize, and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. The M.A.D skincare accomplishes this using tried and true ingredients like glycolic acid and combining the latest peptides and plant-based actives to deliver superior results. We're going to start with a few peptides, very important peptides. Matrixyl 3000, this has proven anti-wrinkle efficacy. The next two are specifically for the eyes or the eye area. Haloxyl, another peptide that helps to firm and tone the under eye area, minimizing the appearance of under eye circles. And then Eyeless, a combination of 3 active molecules that reduce under eye puffiness. Argireline, a peptide that has been shown to reduce the severity and degree of wrinkles. There's Produ 400 again, we covered that already, but this helps to protect the skin from dryness and aids in moisturizing the skin and promoting elasticity, all very important parts of an anti-aging routine. You know, as they say, dehydrated skin is aging skin, right? We always want to find a way to keep the skin as well hydrated as we possibly can throughout the day and certainly overnight. Trinity Complex, this is the 3rd time you guys are seeing this, but again, it's great for anti-aging. This is that blend of white, red, and green tea, which is going to bathe the skin in antioxidants. We also use multiple plant-based stem cell extracts. The first one is apple fruit stem cell extract. This provides powerful anti-aging benefits, helps to lessen the appearance of wrinkles and increase the longevity of skin cells. Grape fruit stem cell extract, and we're talking about wine grapes, not Florida grapefruit, because I know it sounds like Florida grapefruit the way that's written, but this is actually grapes like you guys grow out in California. Provides powerful anti-aging benefits. I'm sorry, that was the apple. Next line. The grapefruit stem cell extract, high in antioxidants, helps to repair the signs of aging, resulting in skin that has a more youthful appearance. Phytoceltec alp rose helps the skin to be more resilient while making it appear tighter, softer, and more radiant. Tetrapeptide 7, essential for healing. This peptide significantly reduces skin's inflammatory responses and minimizes swelling and irritation of dry, inflamed skin. Oligopeptide, a hyaluronic acid booster that helps to stimulate collagen and skin to appear more refined, firmed, and toned. Unirepair T43, a potent bioactive complex of the amino acids. We covered that one once already as well. Alp rose stem cell extract. This nature's super flower helps to recharge skin stem cells and protect cells against UV stress. It also improves skin's tone, texture, and firmness. Phytoceltec Malis domestica, a cell proliferation enhancer that minimizes the appearance of wrinkles. Lavendox we covered already, but again, helps in reducing the appearance of wrinkles. Simglucan, this ingredient helps effectively protect against UV damage and improve the visible signs of aging. Simcolmin, derived from oat, helps with irritation, redness due to treated, irritated, and sunburned skin. And last but not least, we do use glycolic acid in a number of products throughout the anti-aging line. And this is a powerful exfoliator that aids in skin cell turnover. Glycolic acid, as a matter of fact, is used in the products we'll be using for the second part of our treatment for the Pedi protocol later in the demonstration today. Lastly, sensitive. Delicate, sensitive skin needs to be soothed, nourished, and treated gently. M.A.D Skincare Delicate line delivers calming and soothing botanicals free of harsh chemicals and parabens. Sebicom VG, a unique union between palmitoyl proline and water lily flower extract, created to calm and soothe irritated and stressed skin. Cedar Plant Richter, a complex combination of herbal anti-irritant extracts blended with allantoin, an excellent hydrator which calms and soothes sensitive skin. Allantoin is also recommended for the soothing of irritated skin and for promoting and maintaining the balance of healthy skin. Nutrizin, a lipopeptide that can help prevent and reverse signs of inflammation and calm and soothe irritated skin. Simglucan, we covered this already, but again, helps effectively protect against UV damage and improve the visible signs of aging. Produ 400, this is the third time we're seeing this. You guys can notice by now there is a lot of overlap with our ingredients. Some of these ingredients, many of these ingredients, as a matter of fact, are multifaceted. So they're great for anti-aging, but they're also great for hydration. They could be great for anti-aging, antioxidant support, and lightening and brightening. They're just very multifaceted. So there is some overlap that occurs between skin concern categories. Palmitoyl tripeptide 8, essential for healing. This peptide significantly reduces skin's inflammatory responses and minimizes swelling and irritation of dry, inflamed skin. HA, or hyaluronic acid, a major component of the skin. It is an excellent source of hydration and also helps to repair damaged skin tissue. And last but not least, aloe vera, a natural soother and hydrator which calms and quenches damaged and irritated skin. One quick thing, I think a lot of times people forget a little bit about the fact that we do have a sensitive option available. And if you're looking for something, whether it's for someone who's truly, sensitive or sensitized from morning until night, year round, all the way down to someone that is having trouble with sensitivity issues from wearing a mask for 2 years, maybe they've never dealt with it before until now, or anyone in between, this is a great way to get results for your clients. And this is also an easy product or products plural to work into your existing routine, right? So maybe 3 months out of the year, you switch out your daytime defense shielding moisturizer for a sensitive daily moisturizer, right? You're still going to get that rich hydration, but now it's angled towards sensitive concerns instead of that base, which is environmental. Why? Because maybe you're already using something from the environmental line. So you can really, plug and play and make this your own, turn on a dime without spending a lot of money, and just add or subtract from your existing AM routine or your existing PM routine. So I think it's important to just remind about that fact that all these categories you can plug, unplug, really make it your own on an ongoing basis.
And then Chris, we got a quick question on the delicate line. Is the sensitive line fragrance free?
The sensitive line is fragrance free, absolutely. It's fragrance free, it's color free. The anti-aging line is the only one that does, well, no, the environmental does as well, has a little fragrance. The anti-aging has the most noticeable fragrance. We use a little bit of tuberose in that. It's very gender neutral. The brightening has a very light, like fresh fragrance, but the delicate fragrance free completely.
I have find with M.A.D, none of it is really super strong, heavy scented. Like you said, it's all very lightweight. I mean, yeah, the brightening, it almost has like a citrus like smell to it. And then you put the tuberose in the retinol products as well, because the smell of actual retinol isn't quite nice. So it's really nice to mask that retinol scent with the tuberose.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the tuberose, like you just said, is really just to cover up some, undesirable raw material scents. And as low level as they are, just a little bit of that tuberose covers it right up, and it's fleeting. So 3 minutes, 5 minutes after you've applied, you don't notice it anymore. But it makes for a really nice experience, a sensorial experience, when women and men are using the product day or night, because tuberose is very neutral. It's not masculine, it's not feminine, it's kind of right down the middle. So everyone loves that scent. Julia, like you said, yes, the brightening, I find it to be very green and like citrusy and verdant. It's just very fresh. Same thing with the acne. Almost no fragrance. The mask, you'll have a little bit of that sulfur. The acne drying lotion, certainly you're going to smell the sulfur in that. But these are all fleeting, scents that it's there, then it's not there, and you move on. So it's really easy to work with in that way.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, before I forget, guys, our licensed professionals, the environmental has a little bit of a fragrance as well. It's completely different than the tuberose. The tuberose is more of a rich, like decadent fragrance. The environmental is just very, very clean. It's very fresh and clean. So, and it's very light. It's almost undetectable when you're applying your products, but it's there. So people really, have been giving us good feedback about the fragrance of the environmental line. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, treatment protocol steps. This is specifically for the treatment we're going to be doing today. We're calling it head to toe because we're doing the facial treatment and then we're doing our Pedi protocol. Step 1, salicylic cleansing gel. Step 2, everyday renewing toner. Step 3, 4-fruit enzyme, and then a non resorcinol peel. We're then going to neutralize completely, roll into our Wheatgrass recovery mask with CBD, let that sit for at least 7 minutes or so, completely remove. For treatment products, we'll be using the brand new Fade Gel 6 and the Spot On Targeted Skin Brightening Serum. Next is Illuminating Daily Moisturizer. Very important, we need an SPF. So we'll be using our Photoguard SPF 50 primer in medium. And then we're going to be moving on to the second half of the treatment, foot and lower leg. We're going to try to take these products, as a matter of fact, all the way up to the calf or even the knee. It's totally up to you guys what you want to do, but we'll be using our Enzymaxx foot mask and our Pedi Pro 20. Okay, so a little bit more in depth. We're just using an appropriate cleansing option to be used. Today we're using the salicylic cleansing gel, obviously, but we have other options to be used. So we've got a glycolic cleanser as well, in addition to the availability of the salicylic cleanser. Beta hydroxy acid will thoroughly cleanse the skin, penetrate, and decongest pores for the exfoliants to have maximum effect. Of course, if you wanted an alpha hydroxy option, that's where the glycolic cleanser comes in. So if anyone joining us today has that option already as part of their back bar, you can kind of make this your own if you wanted to do that as well. Step 2, everyday renewing toner. This second step will increase stubborn oil and dirt and dead skin removal for optimal penetration. Step 3 is our 4 fruits. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into what makes this product so special. This has been doing really, really well since we launched this. We launched this less than 2 years ago. And this is a blend of 4 different enzymes. As you guys can see, I have one here. It's a 4 ounce. This is the professional size. So this is what the licensed professionals are using on their or in their treatment room for their paying consumers or their clients. And we've got a blend of 4 different enzymes. Pineapple, blueberry, cherry, and papaya. That's our base. This combination smooths and softens, increases cell turnover, removes dark pigments trapped within the skin, increases skin's glow and removes dead skin cells, minimizes pores, reduces the appearance of discolorations, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, is non-irritating, nourishes the skin with over 50 minerals. So when we start using this product, you guys will, that are attendees will notice there's some granules within the product. These little granules are actually crushed Navajo pumice. You can't see it very well in there, but when we do the treatment, you'll certainly feel it. So this crushed Navajo pumice is going to offer a mechanical, powerful mechanical exfoliator on top of what is already a blend of 4 enzymes as a base. So we've got mechanical exfoliation, enzymatic exfoliation, working simultaneously to further strip all that residual keratinized protein, just super clean the pores, super clean everything, so that when we roll into our peel, we're going to have optimal penetration of the peel itself and get the best results we possibly can. By the way, I'm sure that some of you are familiar with our Flex category. This is part of our Flex line. I just want to give you guys a reminder, that is the newest skin concern category. Since we're on this product, Flex was designed to treat 3 skin concern categories simultaneously: anti-aging, brightening concerns, and acne concerns. So if you see anything that's coated with that Flex color bar, purple, yellow, and blue, that means it's a Flex product, and that you can treat, again, anti-aging, brightening, and acne concerns with that one product. Doesn't matter who it's used on. It just makes things so much easier and gives you multiple results in one quick step. So this is a great step for professional treatment, certainly. For the peel, we're going to be using our Non Resorcinol peel. This is a blend of lactic, salicylic, and glycolic acids. So it's a true blend. And this peel form an amazing trio to address multiple skin concerns, such as fine lines, wrinkles, uneven tone, and even breakouts. Really easy. Next, we're going to neutralize completely. We will be doing like a M.A.D hack, we call it. We have a 3-step neutralization process. That's just to bring the pH up a little bit slower. It's much better for client comfort. When you go straight to the neutralizer, there's nothing wrong with that, but doing it this way just makes it a little bit less zippy and a little more comfortable for the person receiving the treatment. So we're happy to do it. And that M.A.D hack is everyday renewing toner, step 1, step 2, H2O or water, and then step 3, the Neutralizer Solution. So very, very easy way to do this M.A.D hack as your neutralizer step. For our treatment mask, we're going to be working with the Wheatgrass Recovery Mask with CBD. We wanted to highlight that also here, like same with the 4-fruit enzyme. We've got some really fabulous and exciting ingredients in this mask, which has also been doing really well. We're going to be using this following a chemical peel today, but I've been getting feedback from things like post microdermabrasion, post dermaplaning. People love this for. This has become, and I don't want to say surprising, because we're going to talk about why it's such a great healing product, but even I was like, wow, there's a lot of people throughout the United States that keep reaching for this after all these different modalities and resurfacing techniques, and they just, are giving great feedback. So I'm really excited about us doing this together. We have Irish moss, watercress, and then of course, obviously, wheatgrass blended within this wheatgrass recovery mask. So wheatgrass contains both vitamins and natural phytochemicals such as flavonoids, which are known to be antioxidants. Antioxidants help to slow down the aging process. Also, wheatgrass can help you detoxify your skin. That means it enhances your natural skin health and gives you glowing skin. Wheatgrass can be used for skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. Wheatgrass is also good for acne-prone skin and helps to remove scars and or blemishes over time. Wheatgrass contains vitamins, amino acids, enzymes, and chlorophyll. It has 98 of 102 earth elements found in the soil, so it's great at remineralizing. I love to use the term remineralizing. Phosphorus, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium are among those important elements. Wheatgrass has more vitamin A and C than oranges and carrots. Fun fact. Apart from that, it is exceptionally rich with vitamins E, K, and B, which are great for healing and tissue recovery post-treatment. I know, back in the day at the med spa, we used to always hand out a ton of vitamin K for patients post-laser because they would get a little bit of bruising, and the vitamin K would just help to really take that down very, very quickly. So I was really excited when I saw the highlight of vitamin K in the wheatgrass mask. Again, great for just healing in general, but this cocktail of ingredients in this one step, you're really covering all the bases. This is going to be our step 5. So today, I don't want to confuse you guys, but those of you that have been with us in the past know that we always use the delicate skin calming gel mask. Today, in lieu of that, we're actually using the wheatgrass in lieu of that. So we're doing something, again, a little bit out of the box, a little bit more advanced. So we're going to go ahead and just apply it the same way. Apply the mask liberally, avoid contact with the eyes. Let's sit for 3 to 5 minutes. I like the idea of 7 personally. So if you guys can, get 7 minutes of the product interacting and delivering those ingredients, that would be terrific. When you're done, rinse with tepid water, pat the skin dry. Your face will feel soothed, calmed, and refreshed. Step 6, we're going to be using Fade Gel 6 and Spot On Skin Targeted Brightening Serum. 6 active ingredients in the Fade Gel 6 deliver outstanding results, all in a hydroquinone-free formula. HQ stands for hydroquinone. You can layer or cocktail with the Spot On Targeted Skin Brightening Serum, which provides even more skin lightening benefits. So there's a little bit of overlap, sure, but there's a whole lot of ingredients that combined, you're delivering so many brightening ingredients at the point of cocktailing these together and putting them on as one step. I'm very excited for you guys to experience when we get to this part of the treatment. We're going to finish with Illuminating Daily Moisturizer, and then, of course, our Photoguard SPF 50 Matte Finish Primer in medium. This physical sunscreen has the perfect balance of tone, texture, tint, and sunscreen protection. Don't forget, we do have the matte finish primers in neutral, medium, and dark. So all 3 shades are available. Today we're going to be using medium. I think everyone's received that in their kit. Okay. We're going to complete the facial and move on to the body or the Pedi protocol part of this training. Enzymaxx foot mask, the first of its kind in the professional market, an enzyme-based foot treatment designed to eliminate dead skin and soften calluses, which prep the feet and legs for the Pedi Pro 20. The Pedi Pro 20 is the step 2. Rich butters and skin conditioning ingredients are infused with 20% glycolic acid for maximum exfoliation. Spearmint, peppermint, and frescolat leave your feet feeling tingly and fresh. These are truly meant to be used together, and when we do this, you guys will see exactly why. Step 1 is just completely clearing the decks. It's getting all that, again, dead keratinized protein buildup. It helps with calluses, even though we recommend using a Pedi tool to remove any kind of large ongoing, skin or calluses. Just get the ball rolling. But then the Enzymaxx is going to scour the rest away very efficiently and effortlessly. Once that is complete, the Pedi Pro 20 is really your finishing step. And by this time, we've gotten some really terrific penetration foundation for the glycolic acid to do its thing and continue resurfacing once that's been applied and the client has left the spa. We're going to cover M.A.D stacking briefly because we will be M.A.D stacking again today in this treatment. What is M.A.D stacking? If you guys remember, for those that have been with us before, the combining of 2 or more M.A.D treatment products from different skin concern categories during a single application. Why should I M.A.D stack? You're able to address multiple skin concerns in a single pass, delivery of more active ingredients for an amplified effect, giving the skin more active ingredients to benefit from. Visible benefits immediately following the facial, and certainly a greater chance to sell a retail item for home care use. And I think that's really, really important. They're all important, but any opportunity to acquaint your consumers, which are your clients, with a product for at-home use is going to benefit you leaps and bounds, because chances are, if they experience it, they're more likely to buy it, which hopefully they're going to want to support you anyway. We'll talk more about that later, but they're coming to see you specifically for your talents. They know that you've got truly cosmeceutical level products for sale that you're dispensing out of your studio. Why go and waste time at the corner drugstore or CVS or Target or wherever? The list goes on, but people will do that. Why not have them buy it from you, right? You're guaranteeing them the best results for their dollars, and little things like this are just helping to connect the dots, selling through education, if you will. They're experiencing it. They're saying, wow, this really is, I love the sensory component to it. I think I want to take one home. It all adds up. It all helps to connect the dots. Other examples. So recommended M.A.D stacking serum buddies. We're calling them buddies because you can actually, in fact, cocktail these together. So friendly reminder for those that are returning or for people new to M.A.D, you can, in fact, cocktail all of our serums and all of our creams. They have like bases, so there's no clashing that happens whatsoever. Even if you wanted to do 3 separate serums, you can combine 1, 2, 3 very quickly, mix them together or cocktail them together pull the product, work it from the inside out on wet skin, and you're going to move on. So we're going to do this together during our training, but you can do that. It saves time and effort on the end of your client at home, and it's going to make it a little easier for them to adhere to their AM and PM routine. Who doesn't love less steps, right? Everyone wants less steps. So this is one way to do that and still get them to, use all the right products that we're prescribing for them to get them to their goal and keep them at their goal. Same thing here, just different combination. So this is another example. We're combining 2 anti-aging products and 1 brightening product. And very interesting, you'll see that we've got Spot On Targeted Skin Brightening Serum, Youth Transformation Retinol Serum, which we've got a deck of peptides and botanicals. Now I'm seeing a retinol. And now with the last one, I've got a deck of AHAs, right? So there's a lot going on there altogether, but you can in fact combine these and apply them in one simple step. Again, making it incredibly easy and efficient to use what is a large collection of active ingredients, but you're still doing it in one step. Very, very convenient. Recommended M.A.D stacking moisturizer buddies. We're just calling them buddies because they're being applied together in one step. Acne Delicate Environmental. An example, Brow Control Daily Moisturizer, Delicate Daily Moisturizer, Daytime Defense Shielding Moisturizer. This person is choosing to use a little bit of all 3, mix them together, and applying that as their moisturizer. Maybe they love the fact that they're covered, they have all their bases covered with that Daytime Defense from the environmental line. So that's their base, but they're also acneic. And because they're acneic, they're sensitized, right? With the ongoing blemishes and the inflammation that comes along with them. So they're pulling from acne, delicate, the hub is environmental. They're actually, in fact, using all 3 and applying in one step. This is another example. You'll see that again, we've still got the environmental, but now we're doing brightening and anti-aging. So a little bit different, but they're still combining 3 and applying in one step. Same thing with the night creams, right? You can do this for the day creams, you can do this for the night creams. Okay. So that is the end of the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you guys so much for letting us walk you through that. Let's open up to any questions we have. I know for some of you that have joined us before, we've covered the ingredients. I'm sure you don't mind a refresher. There's so many, they're easy to forget. It just kind of takes your attention back to why are we focusing so much on environmental? Again, that cell detox is so important. The oxygen skin is so important. Always finding an opportunity to flood the skin with antioxidants. The environmental is always going to help you set yourself up to have that foundation AM and PM, and then we're breaking off into the different categories. So we just covered a lot of ingredients. Any other additional questions or concerns with anything we covered, go ahead, guys. More than happy to answer those for you.
Yeah, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to just unmute yourself and ask them. And then I know, can everyone hear me okay? Chris, can you hear me? Am I coming through clear?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I had a comment that I was breaking up a little bit. Okay, and I just wanted to show a really good before and after using that Pedi Pro 20 foot cream. We had a client here. His legs were extremely dry and dehydrated, and he used the Pedi Pro foot cream and then the Enzymaxx, and this is the size that it comes in. And you can see this is only after 2 applications. I hope you can see it pretty well. That one there is the before picture, very scaly, obviously really needing to be exfoliated. He did the Enzymaxx foot masks, a sugar scrub, and then applied the Pedi Pro 20. And that's only, that one is only after 2 applications. So it works really quick, and you can use it not just on the feet. If anyone has like very scaly elbows, scaly knees, it's a great treatment, the lotion particularly for that as well.
Thanks, Julia. Yeah, really important to know, even though it's designed as a Pedi product, we can be out of the box with it, right? So hands, feet, back. I mean, I love the Enzymaxx for the back because it's a really like workhorse. And since we're all licensed professionals, cost per treatment, right? Doing a back facial, you're covering as much area as a facial, right? So it's like, if you have to, you still want to give them a great experience and use good product that's going to get them a great result. So this is one way to do that, where again, it's a little bit of a workhorse for you. You're getting a lot of result and not a lot of dollars that you have to use for this treatment. And because this comes in a 32 ounce, you're going to have this for a long time. This goes a long way. You're going to get countless treatments out of this, whether you're doing feet, using it for some of the other things that we mentioned, but I'm sure you can, you know, get creative some other ways of your own as well. So thanks for mentioning that, guys. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a great idea for a back treatment. I love that it's not only using enzymes like the papain and bromelain, but it's also using lactic and malic. So it would be really good for any type of like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation on the back. And I know a lot of people suffer with. So yeah, definitely keep that one in mind. And while you guys are thinking of any questions, we're going to probably start on the demo portion. So if you guys need to grab any water, headbands, brushes, now's the time. And then we'll go ahead and get started on that.
Yes, guys, please do grab yourself a fan. Friendly, happy reminder, when we do the non-resorcinol, you're going to feel just a little bit. So you're going to want to have a fan handy, right?
And I like this non-resorcinol, especially because it's kind of like a modified Jesner, which would be able to be used on darker Fitzpatrick. So it has that glycolic, it has that lactic. Yeah, it's 14% lactic, 10% salicylic, and then it has that 5% glycolic. And then they also infuse it with curcumin, which is a turmeric extract, and that really helps with any anti-inflammatory, and it just kind of cools the skin down. And then with this peel, you do neutralize and remove, so you're not going to be leaving it on the skin like a typical Jesner treatment. So keep that in mind. You're going to be removing it, and that has a pH of 2.5.
And we'll get to this when we're doing the demo, but you can do more than one layer of this product. It really depends on various factors. Also, if your client wants some flaking. So we'll check in with you while we're doing the treatment, and feel free to do another layer if you so choose.
And I know Chris went over it, but with the chemical peels from M.A.D, you can do different layers to customize each facial to your unique client. So say you have someone coming in, they have multiple issues that they want to address. You can do a layer of this non-resorcinol because it also has that very small molecular weight. And then you can go in with other layers, say their brightening peel, their acne peel, their flex mandelic CBD peel. So it can all be customized, and they're all designed to work together and to be layered. So you know that they're all safe to use together.
Thanks so much for touching on that, Julia. Yeah, I'm really happy she brought that up, because the non-resorcinol, in my head, it's kind of angled itself as a really great way to just open everything up, to receive those, you know, second, third layers, if you're doing them, of whatever other peels you're integrating. This is where your creativity really shines, guys, with the peeling step. You don't have to mix and match the peels, but it's an option that we've done trainings on before. Really awesome results. And I love the idea, if you're going to in fact layer ethanol based M.A.D peels and the water-based peels, do the M.A.D peel first, because the M.A.D peel, the ethanol 20, it just zips right into the skin, really opens everything up so that you're maximizing layer 2, layer 3. You're going to see they actually penetrate faster when you do it that way too. So it's a nice little side bonus because you're not waiting as long for, you know, that part of the treatment that can be a little bit, you know, a little bit of a wait time. Cuts down on that too. And that happened our last training, Trinidad and Tobago. We did, I think, 1 layer non-resorcinol, 1 layer environmental, and then delicate skin resurfacing peel. And it was like 4 minutes, we were done. It was all in. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. 8 minutes, all 3 layers are in. There was nothing remaining, little bit of that tacky residue, neutralized it and moved on. It was super quick, efficient, and we got a great result. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up because it's true.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here.
And if you would like us to see your beautiful faces, you can, if you're comfortable, turn on your video.
And we're going to be starting with the facial treatment, and then we'll go on after on the Pedi treatment with those Pedi products that you got. And then I did include that little foot file. We're not going to be using that today, but that's something to maintain your results with after the treatment.
I actually have one of those here. We have plenty of these, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just to show our attendees here, this is really meant as, you know, like your classic pedicure tool. It's 2-sided, one very coarse, one is a little bit finer, kind of like sandpaper. So this is for like those big areas that are just very cumbersome, a lot of keratinized protein. Just go zip in real quick, remove the bulk of it. Don't spend a lot of time though, because as long as you remove any thick areas and then apply the Enzymaxx is going to take care of the rest. You don't have to worry about it. It's very quick and efficient. But this is available. So we have those.
And Chris, they all, we gave one to every class attendee as well. So they have them.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so we have our water here. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kelly.
Oh no, keep going.
We're just gonna make sure, and I apologize in advance. It's very bright, guys. I hope on your end, our attendees, you have a nice bright light so you can see what you're doing, because we're actually, you know, applying peels to ourselves. Just want to make sure that we're set up for success and we don't get it into the eye area.
And my mom's going to do the demo here today. And then I'm going to go in with the foot treatment. So we're switching off. So yeah, that first cleanse is going to be the Salicylic Cleanser. And like Chris said, you can, if you have the Glycolic Cleanser, you can use that as well. But the purpose of this first cleanse is to really get in and decrease the skin. Almost all of the M.A.D cleansers are gel-based with the exception of one, but they have a really nice texture to them. They emulsify very nicely. It's a very nice mix between, it has like these nice small bubbles, but it's not too much. So I love those cleansers.
And all of the cleansers come in this retail 6.75 ounce as well as a professional 16 ounce.
That's the pro side.
And then this salicylic cleanser, it's 2.2% salicylic, has that Trinity tea complex that Chris was telling us about, that green tea, white tea, and red tea. So it has willow bark, eucalyptus, ginger, and it has aloe vera in it as well. So it's not too stripping as a salicylic cleanser. So you can see that your acne clients can use this, not every day, every other day, and it's not going to strip or damage their barrier.
So should we start, Chris?
Let's do it.
All right.
Like Julia was saying, you know, you guys will notice super small bubbles. When you start foaming this up, super small bubbles. We actually use a coconut-based surfactant. So it's a vegetarian derived surfactant, surface active ingredient that's creating the bubbles. And it's really nice at creating a high, thick foam with those very small bubbles.
And it has a very nice, fresh, like minty scent to it, which is really nice. Or I think it's more of a, like a eucalyptus scent because it does have that eucalyptus in it. So yeah, very fresh. Sorry, I'll give you some more. And if you are wearing a lot of makeup today, then you would do 2 cleanses. We usually come into the classes with a fresh face. So my mom will only be doing 1 cleanse today. This is also a great time if you have any, like we carry a bunch of different like sonic brushes that are medical grade silicone. It's a great time to use those.
Guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to share another mad hack with your clients. For our licensed professionals, I know, you know, the power of retailing and giving your clients a good value for their dollar. I like dollars well spent. I don't like flushing money down the toilet. It's not like, that doesn't excite me, right? So it's like, I love the idea of using the Pro Salicylic Cleansing Gel as a body wash because it's excellent for KP, keratosis pilaris. You have a salicylic acid, which is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. Think, you know, men and women that work out at the gym a lot, they're sweating, there's a lot of bacteria going on. You can throw that in your shower and like once, twice a week, loofah, body scarf, whatever. It's like these little mini things that consumers can do if you teach them at home to take control of their look for like pennies on the dollar. And I'm not telling you to sell the wholesale or pro size, but there's people that do that, right? There's people that they have really good customers and they're like, okay, you want to use this as a face wash, any body wash, then I'm going to sell you the pro size. So there's just different options that you have available.
And then after that cleanse, you know, Chris is still working that in just to get it ready. We're going to be using that everyday renewing toner. And again, if anyone has any questions, feel free and ask. In regards to this treatment, you probably aren't going to be getting too much downtime. You might get some flaking, especially if you're only doing 1 layer. If you would bump that up and say you do more to 3 layers, then you would get more significant flaking. And you would just what's the word? Gauge. Thank you.
You're going to be checking in with your customer, of course, in between each coat, and you will already have a good idea of whether she is desiring a deeper exfoliate, more mid-depth exfoliation treatment, or more surface exfoliation.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now that we're removing the cleanser, and hopefully anyone that did have makeup on, it's all effectively removed. So we have a really nice canvas for our peel. We're going to roll into our step 2. Everyday renewing toner. I'll share this with you guys again. I love using this technique for toner, neutralizer, and even masking because it helps the steps to move much quicker in the treatment room. Just take one of these little cups. You can reuse, you can use reusable cups, glass, ceramic. It's more environmentally friendly if you'd like to do that. And just, you know, wash them out and reuse them in your treatment room. That way, instead of dispensing it on pad, you're just putting the pad directly in the solution, and you're really getting a proper amount so that you can roll in. And
I love this toner too. M.A.D Skincare, they really make sure every product is really jam-packed with active ingredients. So this toner, for example, it has that multi-fruit acids, gentle enough that you can use it every day. It's also infused with hyaluronic acid, cranberry extract, arnica, calendula, Helioguard 365, which is that environmental protectant, and the Uniparaty 43. So even just this toner has like 6 jam-packed active ingredients, which is really nice. And this toner is a necessity. You'll be using it in pretty much every single M.A.D treatment. It's one of the products that is
a necessity. Yeah, it's also an incredibly effective retail product. As Julia said, they're going to be getting all of those extra active ingredients, and it's safe to use every day, twice a day, with just a tiny bit of exfoliation and all those antioxidants.
This is also a nice one to retail to your clients who say like play a lot of sports or go to the gym a lot, and just to keep it in like their gym bag and to do a swipe on their face after they're done working out to remove any bacteria, any sweat, to just keep that skin nice and clean and clear.
And you can even tell when you take this, whatever, this cotton round away and you effectively do this, there's dirt and oil in there. So you know it's further pulling more material out of your skin. So like you said, you're just delivering all those fabulous nutrients, and you're helping to cleanse just by the step of toning itself, because you're doing it manually. You're not spraying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to let that dry. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and grab our 4-fruit enzyme. Let's see. This is a little eco spoon. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. They're very convenient. It's paper. They're available now. They're disposable.
Those are nice. I like those.
They're great. You know, they're just really convenient for doing, like, when you're doing a lot of treatments in a day. Now, you don't need a lot of this. Our licensed professionals, let me see if you can actually see. That's really more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A little bit goes a very long way.
And this is something that you can do all year round, this enzyme in particular. You can do it in the winter. You can do it as a standalone treatment in the summer. It's just a really nice one. And it's professional only. Your client can't get it in retail. So this is something that they have to come to you for. And this has the pineapple, the blueberry, the cherry. I find cherry works really well with acneic skin. It's super antibacterial. It helps really reduce those fine lines and wrinkles. Then it has that papaya, which we all know is a natural enzyme. So that one's really nice. It has that very fine pumice granule in it. It's not too, M.A.D Skincare has another scrub. It's a little bit more gritty. It's a thicker consistency. This one's really nice and fine. This is also a great enzyme to follow up with a more mid-depth chemical peel to help remove any of that flaking, that dead skin, to really give that nice glow and to have those enzymes eat away all that excess skin. So say if you did a more mid-depth, non-resorcinol, Jesner, multi-layered peel, your client can come back about 10 days later and you can just do this enzyme and then like a very nice nourishing mask. The Wheatgrass CBD, for example, would be great. And you can let this just sit on the skin and not use it as a manual exfoliation, or you can do both. So you're really getting that enzymatic exfoliation and that manual exfoliation.
You
So,
can also steam with it.
mhm.
If tolerated, I'm a huge advocate of steaming with this one.
Mhm.
And I also, if tolerated, I'm a huge advocate of adding the massage movements to really get it going. But don't forget, guys, you're gonna kick up the efficacy level because now you're moving around this crushed Navajo pumice, and it's gonna help to etch away, and the enzymes are going right behind it, and they're eating all that dead protein. So Julia, to your point, I don't know about you guys, but up here in the summer, obviously it's even hotter and sunnier out there. We have to take a break from chemical peels. So in the summer and late spring and early fall, I just keep defaulting to this specifically.
Mhm.
And that's like my chemical peel, but it's not. So I don't have to worry about it. It's just a great way to resurface and not have to worry whatsoever about the fact that we're in summer.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I actually like the scent of this one. If anyone's ever been the manufacturer and see like the raw materials that go to create enzymes, they don't smell good. Enzymes themselves don't smell very good. And this one has a pretty nice fruity scent to it. Still a little strong, but as far as enzymes go, they don't pack it full of fragrance or any color chemicals or anything like that. So it's just really nice and natural. It smells like what it is.
It's a very clean
Mhm.
product.
Mhm.
I think it's a
Feels
very
really good.
sophisticated product, and it's both.
Mhm.
How are our attendees doing so far, guys? I don't see anyone per se, so I just want to
Not
make sure.
seeing anyone. How's everyone doing?
Or does anyone have any questions? Is everyone doing this along with us, or are you saving it for later?
Nope, I'm good. Everything's cool.
Perfect.
And you can really feel like, oh wow, you know what? I've got this area or that area where there's a lot of buildup or some bumpiness or just whatever, and you just focus on that area,
Mhm.
right? So you can customize the aggression level to sandblast away whatever.
And this has a PO of pH of 3.0. Got dyslexic there.
Okay, Kelly, do you still have yours on?
I do. Are you removing it?
I'm gonna let you lead the way on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still going with this.
You were saying you wanted to do a more aggressive treatment. You need that extra work in with the pumice. And especially if you're doing this treatment, just the enzyme and like a nourishing mask, it's okay if you still feel a little granules on the skin afterwards, because it's going to come off with that mask application.
Yeah, Julia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna just say I like to just remove this mask with a really nice 4x4. We carry the Miss Weebler's skincare pads, and they're just really soft. Or you can go in with a warm towel as well.
Julia, I'm really happy you brought that up because she's exactly right. If there's granules, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world because like she was saying, by the time you get to the end of your treatment, it's all worked itself out anyway. And having a few granules here and there is not going to affect the efficacy of the peel or anything else like that whatsoever. And your client probably isn't even going to know that they're there. You're just seeing them there, So you're like, oh, I have to remove this, but it's really not, you know, terribly bad if there's a few that are still hanging out.
It feels really good.
Looks good.
Okay, so I have a steam towel here. Of course, you just want to make sure that it is not piping hot, that it cools down, because you're removing an enzyme. You just exfoliated your skin mechanically and with an enzyme. How are we doing, guys? Everyone feel like they got a good result and that they have effectively removed this this step?
Victoria says yes, and that she loves the 4-fruit enzyme.
Yeah, it's like very easy to get obsessed over this product.
And this is another one that can be used all over the body. The back treatment in particular would be great for the 4-fruit enzyme. And I like it because M.A.D does have another enzyme, that pumpkin enzyme, which is very strong. So this is kind of their more gentler, kinder enzymatic treatment versus that pumpkin, which is super effective, but super hot.
Okay. Yeah, the pumpkin enzyme is no joke. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like a glycolic 40% in the heat that it brings.
Okay. So we're doing good. We want to make sure that we have a nice clean surface because the next thing we're going to do is this Non Resorcinol peel.
And then Chris, you're going to be taking over for the Non Resorcinol. My mom, you did a 2-layer chemical peel last week. So she was just going in with the enzyme. So take it away with that Non Resorcinol.
Perfect.
Can't over exfoliate the skin.
By this time, attendees, you should feel like a squeaky clean. Literally squeaky clean, right? This means that you've gotten a really terrific, by all these steps, jumping off point for what is the non-resorcinol peel. And again, this is a blend, right? It's a blend of different acids. It's not just one acid. It's lactic acid 14%, salicylic acid 10%, and then glycolic acid at 5%. So definitely has a little bit of a zip to it.
And there's different ways that this peel can be applied. Obviously, the most traditional with a fan brush. You can also apply it with a 4x4 gauze kind of wrapped tightly around your finger so you get more control. Or one of the ways I like to apply chemical peels is with like the long Q-tip applicator sticks, and you rubber band them together. Then that way you can really work it in. I find that's a little bit more of an aggressive approach, but it's really nice. It's how my grandma always taught me to do it.
Gloved hands, chemical peels, always want to remember to do that. It's going to save you a lot of time and hassle. So we're going to dispense our peel. You can always add, you can't subtract, right? So save yourself money and time. Start with a little bit. If you need, you can always add more. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. For our attendees, is everyone ready to go with our first layer? Anyone else need an additional minute or two, or? Are they looking good?
I think they're ready.
Victoria says 1 minute.
Someone needs 1 minute.
Mhm.
Perfect. Guys, I'm just gonna do this. I do like a map of the face. I just move in a clockwise direction in segments because it is more comfortable for the client, I feel, to do it that way. And by the time you're, all the way up to here, this is cooled down. So you're just always rotating and you're saving, time, but maximizing client comfort. And you might be surprised how you can get maybe an additional layer in there. Whereas if you just did the whole thing all at once, they're not going to want you to do a second layer. So this is just the way I like to do it. So we'll get started. You want to make sure any excess product is off the fan brush, so we're not dripping, because your gravity is not on your side, right? You're upright, so make sure that there's nothing dripping. All right, so we're just going to start on the forehead.
If you can't tell, Chris is leaning down so you can look in the mirror.
Yeah, right? Okay, we're going to start on the forehead. Next, around the orbit of the eye.
And how's it feeling so far, Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say a 3.
Okay.
So we're good.
I like that it has a lower percentage of glycolic, because I find glycolic is really what gives that zing, that zip, that really intense itchy feeling. And that combined with the salicylic would easily be very hot. So I like that they kept the percentage of the glycolic down. And again, this is infused with that curcumin extract, so it's also anti-inflammatory. The way M.A.D goes about its peels, it's not usually to just be as aggressive as possible, and that's why you are also instructed to remove and neutralize this peel. It's all to do things in more of a series, so you won't be getting such a dramatic downtime. So you're just treating the skin a little bit kinder and more gentle. Like even in their Jesner protocol, you remove and neutralize the peel. And then as far as who this peel is good for, it has that lactic, so it's really good for any dehydration, anyone who has hyperpigmentation that they want to focus on. That salicylic, obviously, for breakouts. I wouldn't do this on someone who is super inflamed acne, super cystic. And the glycolic 5%, so also anti-aging. So you're getting a lot of benefits. Looks like it's getting a little hotter, huh, Chris? Got that fan.
Yeah, you guys are going to want a fan. How do our attendees feel so far? I think now I would say it's at like a 6.
Victoria, how are you feeling? I believe you're doing this treatment along with us. Heat is rising. Yep.
Okay. There's frosting already. I can see there's frosting. That's from the salicylic. So, all right, we're going to keep going.
And how many layers are you doing, Chris?
Well, I was going to try for 2, but I know we're going to get through 1. What about our attendees? What do we think? any of our attendees on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 is I feel nothing, and 10 is please remove the product. Where are we at? You guys want to type the numbers into the box and we'll see where everyone's at?
You can type that into the chat.
8. Okay, so yeah, definitely stick with the 1 layer, Victoria. Don't go any further. Chris, I believe, did we do the advanced acne peel in our last chemical class? I know you did that. How does this compare to that chemical peel?
Well, I find that this one, once you get over that initial like zing, you're good to go. It's like, all right, I can do a second layer for sure.
That's the nature of salicylic. It heats up fast and then it dissipates equally as quickly.
Right. Whereas that acne peel has a little more of a lingering, like, do I want to do a second layer?
That's that 40% glycolic.
Yeah. So it's good we're discussing this because licensed professionals in the treatment room, once you know like the equation behind the 1 to 10 scale, minute intervals between layers, that there's all these little moving parts and pieces, like your pain threshold of your client, you're kind of like working in concert to how far can we push this, more or less. And it's cool because they get into it, you get into it, you get great results. Everyone's on board.
And one thing that I've always found interesting, a lot of clients, that 1 to 10 scale, a lot of times they downplay it, say they're 4, they're kind of real feeling a 6. So I always like to keep in mind, once they get to 7, you probably don't want to go past that because probably internally they feel like a 9. So just keep that in mind. Never let them get too high in that 1 to 10 ratio.
That's a great concept. Yeah. People do, I guess more than I would have thought, you know, downplay it, I guess. Interesting.
I do it myself.
Unless you have a teenager and then they're like, it's a 10.
Then no, that's more in the extractions.
Yeah.
So for our attendees, hopefully by now you guys are able to move on to the neck area.
I love how thorough you're being, Chris, with that application.
I think it's really, really important. You don't just want to slap this stuff on. You want to really map out, especially with darker Fitzpatrick types, there's a way to get really fabulous results and even and clear and consistent, but you have to map it out. And the more times you guys do this, the better and better you're going to be. And you can almost do it in your sleep. Honestly, the more of this you do, you're like, okay, I feel like I got a good, solid, reproducible technique down for my customers. And once someone hears there's someone in town that does really solid chemical peels for a great price, you're going to get very busy.
And keep in mind, there's so much buying power with M.A.D skincare, especially with that rewards program. So if you retail a lot of product, this is a great brand for you because every 6 products you purchased, I know we touched on this, you get a professional product for free. Some of them don't qualify, like this Non Resorcinol doesn't, but the Everyday Renewing Toner does. All their water-based peels do. So if you're able to get essentially all of your back bar for free, your profit goes sky high for that.
Yeah, I don't know another company that gives you just free back bar.
Yeah.
So it's awesome because the more effectively you retail, the more free back bar you get. It's like a self-fulfilling feedback loop. And it's exciting in that way.
Yeah. And then those 6 products don't have to be the same thing. It can be a sunscreen, a serum, an eye product, a moisturizer, a daytime moisturizer, a cleanser, yeah, exfoliator. So it can be 6 different items. It can be a full skin routine, and then you'll be getting whatever back bar product of your choice for free. So it's really nice.
Before I forget, Julie, I just wanted to take a bunch of steps back and revisit something really quickly. I really like how you're talking about the everyday renewing toner. So, back to retail basics. One of the things I used to always do when I was starting out behind the bed, if you will, when I was still doing services 6 hours a day, 10 days a week for years before I joined this part of the industry that I'm in now, I would always try to identify like what's 2 things that anyone could walk through this front door and say, where do I start? I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I have the best of intentions, but this is all getting so confusing to me. I just need someone to point me in the right direction. Okay, got it. So in my eyes, those 2 things for MAD would be the Mega Rich Antioxidant Cleansing Gel and the Everyday Renewing Toner. So, very affordable. I think the wholesale price of the toner is like 17 bucks. Same with a cleanser. So $34 MSRP. That's $78 to get 2 products that are going to last you honestly 6 months every single day for $78. That's money well spent. And they're going to see a difference. And when they do, they're going to lock themselves into that. And then they're going to start adding more. So it builds and it builds and it builds, and they're going to get to the point where they're like, I don't really want to use something from the OTC because I don't want to mess up my results with what I've been doing with this. I just want to keep that locked in and maybe add to it. So it's nice in that way. There's always a jumping off point for everybody. If they're acneic, sub out the everyday Mega Rich and sub in the Salicylic Cleansing wash. If they're delicate, same thing. Sub out the everyday, sub in the delicate, and the list goes on and on. So you can really customize it, and they know they're going to take quality, top-notch product home at a very reasonable price that they don't have to feel guilty about, because I think that's an issue for some people too, a lot of times. How are we doing? Has everyone finished their first layer of peel, and do they feel like they adequately got good surface coverage and were really even handed with it and didn't leave at any parts of the face or neck?
I think everyone's good.
Okay, how do we feel about a second layer? Now that that question's over, are we good with 1 layer?
How does everyone feel? Do you want to do another layer, or do you want to just stick with the one? Victoria, I know you stick.
Bear in mind, guys, the next steps are going to be neutralizing, Fade Gel 6 spot on together, Wheatgrass mask, Illuminating daily. So it's enough, and then we're going to do the feet. So I'm going to leave this one up completely to your attendees.
Okay, the most 1 is good for me. I added a second layer in certain spots. Okay, so yeah, Chris, I think you can go on to tone, water, neutralize.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to talk about this MAD hack we spoke about earlier. Let me grab my Neutralizer Solution. So as you guys know, when you're neutralizing peels, of course you can use just the neutralizer, but we're going to do a MAD hack. We're going to do the 3 steps we talked about earlier. It's going to just be a little bit more comfortable for your clients. Okay, so we need H2O. Neutralizer.
I know we were talking about the second layer. If say you or your client feels like you couldn't handle a second layer of this non-resorcinol, that would be a great time to maybe do a second layer of their delicate peel or their CBD mandelic peel. It doesn't always have to be 2 layers of these more aggressive ethanol-based peel. You can go in with a second layer of that water-based peel. And like that delicate peel, for example, is really unique because it does have so many of those anti-inflammatory ingredients on it. So not only is it a second layer of a peel, but it's also calming that inflammation at the same time.
Beautifully stated, Julia. Yeah, options. We always have options to dial up the aggression level without going too far if you're worried about that. Okay. First layer. Don't forget, we're doing 3 steps. The first step is everyday renewing toner. And we're going to do that as our first layer as the neutralization step. And you want to be really heavy-handed with this because at this point, the skin is very dry. And we really want to make sure you neutralize. Go ahead, Julia.
I was just gonna say, I know you've touched on this and you said why, but the reason you're going in instead of just straight with that neutralizer, if you did just go in straight with the neutralizer, that's when you're going to get that intense zing, that flush, because the pH is so rapidly changing. This is getting that pH to raise, but it's going at a gentler, slower rate. Yes. And remember, it has that arnica infused with it, the calendula, that green tea, white tea, and red tea. So again, you're nourishing that skin, which feels a little bit dry, a little bit raw maybe right now, with those incredible antioxidants.
You know what the funny thing is? This way of doing it, it's night and day.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, it's night and day. Because when you put the neutralizer on straight, it's like, wow, I feel this. When you do it this way, it's like, I might as well just be, you know, it's a non-issue, really.
Absolutely. It's a great step.
And follow Chris's example. He's being very thorough, making sure that toner covers the entire skin where you apply to that peel.
All right, that's done. Next, we're going to go ahead and do exactly the same thing, but with water, H2O.
Mm-hmm. And that neutralizer, that's going to rapidly raise that pH. It's like the pH of that is about an 8. And not even that contains rosemary, the oat-derived soothing extracts, the licorice. So even something just as simple as a neutralizer solution, they still put these great active ingredients. There's no filler product in M.A.D. Every product that you put on the skin is designed to have as many great ingredients in it as possible. And again, Chris just did a layer of the everyday renewing toner to start that neutralizing. Now he's going in with just a water wipe.
And then last but not least, neutralizer.
And how's your skin feeling right now, Chris?
It's not bothering me whatsoever, surprisingly.
Good.
I'm very surprised, as a matter of fact. Now with the advanced acne peel, you get a little bit of a zing even with the Mad Hack. With the Non Resorcinol, this isn't bothering me at all. So the Non Resorcinol, again, I just love angling that as kind of like a go-to, like an intro to M.A.D's Medi peels. It's a good tool to have if you're working with Medi peels.
So now you're going to use the Neutralizer Solution.
Exactly. This is our step 3 of the 3-part neutralization hack we're doing. Okay, so now this I do feel a little bit. So imagine if I just went straight to this. It's going to be more profound. But I want to save that hassle for my client. So I'm going to do the Mad Hack instead. Okay. All right, guys, at this point, we should feel comfortable and confident that we've covered everything and removed any residual peel acid that's on the skin. Okay, and while that's drying, we can go ahead and if you're working on a customer, a client, you can remove your gloves if you'd like, dispose of those. While this is drying, we're gonna prepare for our next steps. Get a clean fan brush, very important.
This is when you go in with your wheatgrass recovery mask. Keep in mind, you can also cocktail this mask. Say you had someone coming in there a little bit more acneic, but also inflamed. This is a great mask to cocktail with like their spot on zinc and sulfur mask. This one has a little bit more of a clay-like consistency where their other masks are a little bit more creamy. So I really like to mix this one or use it by itself. It's a really nice one. Also, I really like that the CBD in this mask isn't the claim to fame. It still has so many other different great anti-inflammatory ingredients, the vitamin E, the vitamin K, the vitamin B, the Irish moss. It's really just filled with so many calming ingredients, and then it has that CBD in it as well.
And I think it contains 99 or 98 earth elements. And you guys go ahead and start applying.
I like to do the same thing, just another little cup, and you can really get it to be spreadable on a thin layer. Yeah, it's 98 of Earth's 102 elements that are found in the soil. And this is the concept of remineralizing the skin, which is really important. It's something not many of us think about very often, like remineralizing the skin, right? We know we get minerals through food, but whoever thinks to apply them topically? No one, I think, is thinking about. We're thinking about vitamins because, you know, vitamin C and vitamin A, but not many people are ever thinking about remineralizing the skin topically. It's just not even a thing in this country. In Europe, it is, believe it or not, but not here. So this is a new and exciting thing for American consumers, the concept of remineralizing the skin.
And again, this mask doesn't have any added color to it, so that green is actually from the wheatgrass. I have someone joining a little late. And then wheatgrass itself is super high in chlorophyll, which is just really great. You can take it internally, not this mask, but you can take chlorophyll internally as well. Just a really nice, healing, rich, nourishing ingredient. And a lot of other wheatgrass masks, they stain and they're really dark in color. They're harder to get off. I like this. It doesn't stain your sheets, and it's easier to remove and apply. All of the M.A.D masks are pretty pretty easy to remove, which makes your job so much easier.
This is one of my favorite all-time masks. It just brings down redness and inflammation amazingly well.
Very efficient and quick.
Mhm. Okay, Chris, I'm gonna get a picture of us with our green faces.
Oh, it looked like Jim Carrey from The Mask in the 90s. Dating myself.
I would get all of you too, but
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to piggyback off of what you're saying and go a step further with this specifically, because let's not forget that M.A.D is one of the companies that does retail our professional masks. So the fact that if they're not, I know that this one doesn't come in retail, it's professional only, but I didn't want to forget to say this because it's hard enough to get consumers to cleanse and tone and use serums and creams at home. That's hard enough, right? An SPF. So it's highly unlikely that they're going to make time to do like a mask that's going to be a ritualistic thing like this, right? But what if I told you it comes in a little squeezy tube and all you have to do is before you hop in the shower, you just dispense like 2/4 of an amount, and you just, with your fingers, you can even just really lightly, super thin eggshell layer, hang out, let it set up for 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then when you hop in the shower and you're cleaning or cleansing your face anyway, that's your cleanse step. So you're still figuring out a way to work that weekly ritual in, and you're really not taking any additional time or effort beyond dispensing it out of the tube and using your finger for 90 seconds to apply it. That's doable for people. That's like, people are like, I can do that, so they start to think and they're like, you know what, I'm going to take that home because I've never really done a mask at home. But now that you frame it that way, I have 90 seconds before I hop in the shower, right? So it's just these little things that people realize when you reframe it, and they're like, you know what, I can do that. That's a good idea. I can do that, and I will do that. And then they start to get into it.
Chris, just for a time check, we're almost at 10 after 1, and our class is scheduled to end at 1:30. So we probably won't leave this mask on as long as we would, of course, in the treatment room. But I don't want to run out of time here.
Thank you so much, Kelly. That's great, because we're actually we have just enough time to wrap things up. So I guess we have about 20 minutes, it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So guys, we'll let this kind of hang out for a few minutes. Don't forget, we're going to finish with our 2 serums, Illuminating Daily Moisturizer, and that's it. Because guess what? We have to move on to the Pedi portion. So I say we go ahead, and while this is sitting, let's get started with the Enzymaxx.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to take it off quick.
No,
Hate to do that.
2 in 1, right? 2 in 1.
And this would be a great thing to do in the treatment room while you're in the masking step to start the foot treatment as well. So it works out perfect.
Right, exactly. So for our attendees, I'm just going to verbally walk you guys through this as we're doing this. This is very, very easy, but there's just 2 things that you do want to bear in mind. A, make sure you wear gloves.
Yeah.
Yes, and make sure to educate your client when using this, if they're not wearing gloves, to wash their hands after they apply the Pedi Pro 20 foot cream. My my poor dad, I told him to wash his hands. He didn't. And then he immediately like put something on his face. He's like, oh my goodness, this is really strong. I'm like, it's because you didn't follow my directions. But yeah, make sure to educate your clients on that.
Yeah, Julia's right. Between the frescolate in here, which is, you don't want to get that in your eye, trust me, you do not want to get that in your eye. And the fact that it's an enzymatic base, you don't want that going certain places. So just make sure that you are wearing gloves. They're not going to be doing this. It's pro only. Make sure you're wearing gloves. And once you do, you're just gonna, you can do it right into the hands like we're doing now. It's in a reasonable professional size. So just put a little bit of the product into the gloved hands like that. And then you're going to want to start on like the nail area of the toe and work your way up the foot, ankles, and even up to the knee if you'd like. It's up to you. But I think you'll see when you're done that there's a line of demarcation between where this has been applied and where it hasn't been applied. And you can see black and white what exactly the result is. So
thank you.
The 4 ounce
what happened, Kelly?
Oh, we just couldn't get it out.
So Michael had made for the class attendees a 4 ounce Enzymaxx for everyone. And we were trying to get ours open. It was proving difficult. But
Okay, so yes, we're going in with the Enzymaxx. Again, you can use that foot file to get off the bulk and then go in with this. Not gonna show my feet on camera.
Yeah, people are really weird about their feet, aren't they? Like, I mean, this is why we created this, basically. An unmet need. A lot of people are weird about their feet. Why? Because they don't take care of their feet, and they know they don't take care of their feet. So they're like, well, I don't want people to see them. And the reason is because it's too time consuming. So we need something that takes the time consumption out of it. And that's exactly in a nutshell what both of these things do.
So like this is everyone here has probably like seen those foot peels, those posts where it's just so much skin is peeling off. It doesn't look comfortable. And you use your feet all the time. You're not going to get that with this treatment. It's going to be more enzymatic. So you're not going to get that incredible peeling. It's definitely going to be more subtle and over time.
I'm really happy you brought that up, Julia. And not to, I get the companies that have like exactly what you're talking about, and there's something unmistakably cool about when you see like the snake skin peeling effect from that. Like it's like, wow, like what a result, right? And it's great, but to over and over and over again, sometimes you just need something that's a little bit more of a slow burn approach to resurfacing, where you're not waking up with like snake skin in your bed after week 1 of X peel or Y peel. Not that that's bad, but just a little bit easier sometimes to plan around. Okay, so by now, once you guys have worked this in, you've got some options. Okay, let's make believe we're in the treatment room and we're not doing this on our own feet and legs, but we're doing this on a client. You have a few things you can do. You can go ahead and wrap the area in a steam towel and cover that with a dry towel to keep the steam and the heat in. And while that's sitting, revisit the face and complete the facial part of the treatment. Because then once that's done, all you have to do is go back to the feet, remove the dry towel, put hands on the now cooled off steam towel, apply pressure, and just work the product off the skin. There's no need to cleanse, trust me. By the time you do that effectively, it's off the skin. You can roll right into applying the Pedi Pro 20 immediately, and they're going to leave with that as their finishing step. So it's very time efficient. It's very step efficient. There's not a lot of wasted time here. It's just a matter of planning for the steps. But as long as you plan for the steps and you coordinate it, you're going to have a very happy customer. They're getting a lot of value for their money and time.
Mhm.
What would you suggest to charge for this service?
That's a great question. So for an upcharge, like if you were adding it to a facial treatment,
Yeah.
depending on your market, I would say $20 to $50. That's going to depend on, are we doing just the feet? Are we doing up to the calf? Right? That has a bearing on
Yeah.
it as well. But I would say at least $20 to $50 for an upcharge for sure. You don't have to feel bad about that whatsoever. And then if you're using this in a classic pedicure, standalone pedicure, you could make it part of the, go-to everyday pedicure, or you can leave this as like an add-on within your classic pedicure that you already like and trust, and your customers like and trust. So there's different ways to make this work for you and integrate it into your busy schedule and your already pre-done menu of services.
Mm-hmm.
And how much would you suggest charging for just the one layer non-resorcinol paired with that fruit enzyme treatment?
Can you ask me that just one more time, Julia?
How much would you charge, say, for the exact treatment we did today with the non-resorcinol and the 4-fruit enzyme?
Obviously,
Sure.
taking into account that where you reside will influence that, but just a general estimate.
As a rule of thumb, I would never do a peel treatment for under $100. That's right out of the gate, step one.
Yeah.
But and this one, between the fact that you're doing a M.A.D peel, that in itself deserves a little bit more of an upcharge, and you're exfoliating with an enzymatic blend and a mechanical exfoliant as well. So I would say like 120, 150, 170. When you start popping around the United States, it changes so drastically.
Mm-hmm.
There's people in North Florida that charge $70 for an hour-long facial, and there's people in New York City that charge $450 for an hour-long facial. And I'm sure in California, it's like all over the place. But once you find that formula that works for your area and for you, you're going to adjust the numbers accordingly, But I think if I had to paint with a broad brush for anywhere, I wouldn't do this for under $100 for an hour. I think that's more than fair.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right? I really do.
Our market here, we are probably about 80 miles from San Francisco. I would say probably 175.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet. Absolutely.
225.
So I removed the Enzymaxx, and now I am applying the Pedi Pro 20.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna do the same.
Very pepperminty, very spearmint. And you can, I like to recommend, oh, I'm sorry, Jody, did you have a question?
You're double layering. You're putting what is the other one? The 20 on top of the other enzyme?
You will remove the enzyme in the treatment room. You let that sit for about 10 minutes, and then you apply the
Then remove
Yeah.
and then apply the Pedi.
Oh, okay.
Pedi Pro 20. Yes. So good.
And you can use this cream every night. I like to apply a thick layer of it on and then put socks on and just go to sleep like that. And the next morning your feet are so soft. It's very nice.
So I'm just using a steam towel. One is more than enough. Just one steam towel, small, like a standard facial towel, to remove all of this Enzymaxx as completely as I can.
Okay.
A few additional things before I forget. So we already covered why the Enzymaxx is effective and important, and why it's important to have the enzymes eating away the dead keratinized protein on the skin. But I think a lot of times people don't realize that enzymes in skincare are really good at like resetting the skin on a cellular level. It's just enzymes have an effect when they're applied topically at not just removing all that dead gross stuff that we want to get away, but physiologically it does help to press the reset button on the health of the skin with a whole host of different things that are really meaningful and beneficial, and the results accumulate over time. It also helps increase the penetration rate of any products you're going to be putting on afterwards. And something else, let's talk about the sensorial effect of this Frescolate and menthol and spearmint, which both products have. When you're upkicking the circulatory blood flow in the feet, in the toes, in the ankles, in the lower calves, you're helping to stimulate that blood flow, and you're helping to effectively break up any kind of little deposits on those microcapillaries in the skin. And a lot of times that's where people get those unsightly varicose veins. They're not that big. They're the real small little blue ones that you get when you get older. Using things that have an effect like the Frescolate to stimulate, you're helping to break that up and wash that all out. So it really has additional benefits that over time lead to a more youthful appearance by erasing those little teeny micro purple and blue veins. And I just thought that was a really neat spin on why it's important to use sensorial things like that. I know a lot of older adults get like on the ankles, it just can bother them a lot.
Great.
And of course, if that doesn't work, you can just run out and get some injections, and that'll make it go away real quick. Right. Okay, so we're done with that. And now we're gonna roll into the last step for the feet, Pedi Pro 20. I got a fresh new one so you guys can see. This is so easy to use, pops right open. You dispense only what you need.
And a little bit goes a long way for this product as well.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to over apply because it's got a real tingle that builds over 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Mhm.
So just use a little bit. Kelly, how are we doing on time?
We're good. It's 1:23. We'll finish.
7 minutes.
Mhm.
Does
Okay.
anyone have any questions or anything like that? Okay.
Mhm.
So guys, we're doing really good on time. All we have to do is remove the mask and do our finishing steps. It's only 2 steps. So before we move on to that, let's just make sure we effectively really covered everything with a Pedi Pro 20 on top of the Enzymaxx. Trust me, hours from now, you're going to be happy you were efficient and you were thorough.
Yes, we are recording this class. So to anyone who would like, I can send you this class recording after it's completed.
And on that note, we do have several of the M.A.D skincare Zoom classes that live on our website. Any of them that do not require certification. But if you want to further your education, you can listen to them anytime you want. On our website, you just click education and then CSS video learning, and there's a whole category just called Zoom. And I think we have 3 or 4 additional M.A.D classes there. You can just click on it and watch them.
Cool.
And the nice thing is you can watch them in your own time, you know?
Mhm. And we always record all of our classes. Just so you know, we have a class every Monday on just lots of different topics.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and remove the wheatgrass mask.
Like I said, this mask does have a little bit more of a clay-like consistency, so it does dry if you leave it on the skin. I personally like to mix it either with the Delicate Skin Calming Gel Mask. It gives it almost like a whipped-like consistency, or the environmental detox masks, and that keeps it from drying a little bit more. Some people like the drying effect. I personally like everything to be as easily and quickly removed as possible. So I do like to mix this wheatgrass mask with one of their others.
You can also just cover it with some warm, wet gauze, cool gauze, whichever you feel, if you don't want it to dry.
Exactly, like I just had mine dry now, and I have to do this wet.
Yeah, you gotta just, you can
Yeah.
also take the everyday renewing toner and use that to re-moisten the mask, and then it'll be easier to get off, but it's not that difficult to remove.
Like a really saturated steam towel, and you just very lightly do like this, so you're not being aggressive on the peel, and it comes off fairly easily.
Yeah.
How's everyone's skin feeling?
Okay, almost done here. How's everyone doing? Are we successful removing this mask now that it's dried?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. If you get it in someone's hairline, same thing, just use the towel and the water to lightly, it'll remove if you just are gentle enough, and they won't see it in their hairline.
Yeah, thanks for coming. No worries. I can send you guys the recording.
If you have to pop off early, our final steps, we are going to cocktail together the Gel 6 and the Spot On Skin Targeted Brightening Serum. And then after applying that, we're going to apply the Illuminating Daily Moisturizer. And because it is a sunny day, we are going to apply the Photoguard SPF 50 Matte Finish Primer Medium.
And then that Gel 6 is a new product. It's a hydroquinone free, really nice skin brightener, and it's really jam-packed. It has kojic, a vitamin C complex, azelaic, glycolic, lactic, and niacinamide. So it's a really nice way to target any of that hyperpigmentation. And then we're actually going to cocktail it with their Spot On Skin Brightening Serum, and that has like Amblica, also vitamin C, blueberry extract, that BVOSC, the Stay 50, Be White and Lumi Skin. Those ones are both really nice brightening, lightening peptides.
And I did want to mention that coupon code for an additional discount off the entire M.A.D skincare line, that will be good through Friday at midnight. So you have all week to shop around, read all about all of the professional products. I believe M.A.D skincare has 11 chemical peels. We touched on a few, but remember, they can be layered to treat multiple skin concerns. So once again, that was just M.A.D, all in capitals. You can enter that in at checkout where the coupon code goes.
Then after you apply those serums, you're going to go in with your daytime illuminating daily moisturizer. It's a daytime moisturizer, but it doesn't have any SPF in it. So if your client wishes or you wishes, you can use it day and night as well. This has that vitamin C, that amblyca, that licorice extract. It also has the niacinamide. So it's a really nice moisturizer for not just hyperpigmentation, but for anyone who really just wants to even out their skin tone and get that really nice overall glow that vitamin C gives.
Oh yeah, this is a best seller. When layered daily with the Spot On Skin Targeted Brightening Serum, your client's skin will just glow, and it's very, very hydrating as well. Really a great product.
Absolutely. So 2 things to your point. I hope everyone could see when I was cocktailing them. While Kelly was speaking, I was trying to do that in the back of my hand so you guys could see how easy it is to cocktail yourself every single day in your treatment room or at home. They blend beautifully. They don't clash. Apply them in one foul swoop, working from the inside out, and they zip in. So the last step we're going to do is move on to our Illuminating Daily, which I have here in a back bar size as well. And so then we're done, except I do want to go over the 6 ingredients in the Fade Gel, which is part 2 of my answer or my comment. Really exciting because we've got 6 very heavy hitting active ingredients in there: lactic acid, glycolic acid, kojic acid, ellagic acid, niacinamide, and vitamin C. And they're all stabilized in this one formula. It's one product, right? So if we were to make a chart of all the benefits of each one of those 6 ingredients and then put them together, it's endless. And that's not even all the ingredients. That's the 6 featured ingredients, right? So if you can pull it apart as many times as you want, it's like, I mean, like now there's things about mandelic acid and ellagic acid that are not being used very much yet, but they're about to be for things like rosacea. So in my head, when I'm doing the Fade Gel 6 every day, it's like, I know that it's for brightening, but I also know that it's great for if I have a little touch of rosacea because of the ellagic acid. Do you see what I'm saying? So you start building these schemas in your head of how to maximize your steps, and you're like, this is really, I'm building something here. So if you have someone that's really ingredient savvy, and I know you guys do out in California, they're going to love this. I can tell you that right now. They're going to feel like they have the coolest new toy, the shiniest new ball, whatever. It's been a really big hit. So
yeah, Chris was saying every day he cocktails the Fade Gel 6, the C4 intensive brightening, and the wrinkle repellent, correct?
Yeah, my
mixture.
Trinity
like
that
100 active ingredients.
Yeah, like when you play around with enough of the combinations, the one that I happen to just land on, because I don't want to do 5, but I'll do 3, the C4, the Fade Gel 6, and the wrinkle repellent. Those 3 together, I just feel like everything's being covered and addressed at once, and I feel good about that. So you guys can feel free to borrow that also. Tell your clients, your customers. It's just a good value for what you're getting for a daytime step. You can do it at night too, but I like it for the day.
Just remember, because you are putting that glycolic, that lactic, and obviously you guys know this, but you do want to make sure that you're wearing a good SPF on the top of that.
It's a must. Absolutely, guys. Please don't omit that, especially in California. You could spend all the time in the world making the right choices with ingredients as active as what we just covered, but a really easy way to just throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing is by forgetting to do the SPF to seal the whole thing in. That's the most important. So Julia, yes, especially again out there in California, high sun, high heat, it's omnipresent. It's always there. So do SPF every day, and maybe you'll do this every day or whatever combination works for you, but definitely do SPF every day.
And then these primers are a great option for an SPF every day. They leave a matte finish, but doesn't make you look like chalky or dry, which a lot of products do that have that matte finish and they're super creamy and just super sheer. So it doesn't feel like you're wearing like a cakey sunscreen or a cakey foundation on top. It's just very lightly tinted. My mom just put it on right now. Okay, how is everyone's skin feeling? Your skin's looking fabulous, Chris, as is yours.
I would love to hear how our attendees, any feedback, any feelings, any before and after scenarios in your head that
Arabelle says she loves it. Jody, how's your skin feeling? Sunscreen feels awesome. Perfect. That's what we like to hear.
Skin feels really good. It's a little around the eyes. I need more moisture. That's all.
Okay.
The great product for that would be the eye transformation serum. And it's wonderful for the daytime. It almost feels like a mixture of a gel and a primer, but it's really, really, really very hydrating and contains plant stem cells and peptides. So it's also a great one to finish the treatment with. It's from the anti-aging line. It's called
Eye transformation.
Transformation serum, and it comes in a professional size in a huge 4-ounce pump that will give you hundreds and hundreds of uses. And you can earn it for free. It's part of the rewards program. So check that one out.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Perfect. Victoria Skin Def needed this. Can't wait to perform on your clients. Love to hear that. Okay. And does anyone have any last minute questions or anything like that?
last minute comment.
Okay.
This is the last little piece from experience back in the day. Imagine how we feel right now, and then pops into your head. I know they're gonna go home and shower. I know they're gonna go out to dinner, right? But they really shouldn't, because they need to protect the peel. So my favorite little like side piece to all this is, with this product line, it's okay. If they decide to take a shower tonight and they forget, it's not the end of the world. It's not gonna mess up the treatment. They can be pretty flexible with aftercare, although they must do aftercare. I mean, that's rule of thumb, but it's not earth-shattering if they make a mistake or they don't exactly follow the rules, because it was a self-contained treatment. So you did a facial, you did do a medical peel, a medical grade peel. It's been neutralized. We've moved on. The service is over. There's nothing lingering out there once they leave your facility for you to have to worry about, right? And I think that's peace of mind is pretty cool, especially nowadays where there's so many moving parts and pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point, Chris, especially on the East Coast with humidity. If your client is leaving with a salicylic acid on their face and entering into a warm blast of humid air, that would of course reactivate the peel. So great point. You don't have to worry about anything like that with this treatment, or with really any of M.A.D layers, M.A.D chemical peel, because we're always neutralizing them and removing them.
What you doing, Saj? Hey.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Chris. We so appreciate you joining us. And if any of you have any questions, you can shoot us an email. You have my email. I've sent you several emails for this class. You can also just go through, contact us on our website. And Chris, of course, can also be reached directly through his email. I can't remember, is it Christopher at M.A.D skincare, mad-skincare.com, or Chris? I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Christopher at M.A.D Skincare.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, thank you everyone. And thank you, Chris, for such a great class. So yeah, thanks everybody.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for your time, everyone. Enjoy the results.